Most people believe that if they are taking their medication, they've done everything they can to control their blood pressure. They follow the instructions, they take the pills, they show up for appointments, and still, the numbers keep rising, slowly, quietly, without warning. There was a man, 67 years old, who did everything right. He wasn't careless. He wasn't ignoring his health. He was disciplined. He was on 4 different blood pressure medications. 4. And yet, when his chest was opened, his arteries told a completely different story. They weren't soft. They weren't flexible. They were stiff, thick, almost like concrete pipes. That's when the real question hits. How does someone doing everything right still end up here? Because the truth is, high blood pressure isn't just about salt. It isn't just about stress. It's about what's happening deep inside your blood vessels. When you're younger, your arteries behave like a flexible hose. They stretch, they absorb pressure, they adapt. But as you age, something begins to change. The walls of those vessels become stiffer, less responsive, less able to handle pressure. And the reason this happens more often than people realize comes down to one silent process. Inflammation, not the kind you feel, not the kind that causes pain. This is slow, silent inflammation inside your blood vessels. Day after day, year after year, it damages the inner lining of your arteries. That lining, called the endothelium, is responsible for producing nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax. When that system breaks down, your arteries stop responding properly. They tighten more easily, and they resist blood flow, and your pressure rises. You don't feel it happening, but it's happening. And here's the part most people never hear clearly enough. What you eat every single day is either feeding that inflammation or fighting it. Every meal is a signal. Every bite is a message. And the good news is, you don't need extreme diets, expensive supplements, or complicated routines to start changing that signal. You just need the right approach. Let's start with something so simple, it almost sounds too easy. When you sit down to eat, what do you reach for first? For most people, it's the bread, the rice, the carbohydrates. But that one habit quietly triggers something powerful. When carbohydrates hit your system first, they break down quickly into sugar. Your blood sugar spikes. Your body releases insulin. And insulin doesn't just regulate sugar, it also causes your blood vessels to tighten. Right there, at the table, your blood pressure goes up. You don't feel it, but your body does. Now here's the shift. Start with vegetables. Before anything else, vegetables contain fiber that slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. That means smaller glucose spikes, less insulin, less constriction in your blood vessels. Same meal, same portions, different order, different outcome. It's one of the simplest changes and one of the most powerful. Now let's move to something sitting in your kitchen right now. 1. Apple cider vinegar, 1 to 2 tablespoons, diluted in water, taken with meals. It sounds simple, but the mechanism behind it is powerful. The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar improves insulin sensitivity, and that means your body doesn't need to release as much insulin after eating. Less insulin means less tightening of your blood vessels. But there's more. It also supports nitric oxide production, helping your arteries relax and open up. That's the same goal as many blood pressure medications, just through a different pathway. Important note, always dilute it. Never drink it straight. Small habit, big impact. Now here's something most people never think about. What happens to your blood pressure at night? It should drop while you sleep. Your body is supposed to recover. But for many people, especially over 60, that doesn't happen. Blood pressure stays high or even rises. This is called nocturnal hypertension, and it's one of the most dangerous patterns because you're completely unaware it's happening, which brings us to the next tool. 2. Walnuts, about 30 grams, roughly a small handful, taken about 30 minutes before bed. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. They contain L-arginine, which helps produce nitric oxide, and they even contain melatonin to support better sleep. Together, they help your blood vessels relax and support that natural nighttime drop in blood pressure. It's not just a snack, it's a signal to your body, a signal to calm down, to recover, to reset. Now let's talk about something that has been used for centuries and now backed by modern science. 3. Hibiscus tea, 3 cups a day, hot or cold, minimal sugar. Hibiscus works in a way similar to ACE inhibitors, a common class of blood pressure medication. It helps prevent your blood vessels from tightening. Instead, it supports relaxation and better flow. Studies have shown it can lower systolic blood pressure by several points. That's not small, that's clinically meaningful, and it's something you can do daily, naturally. Now we need to talk about something that might be sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly working against you. Cooking oils. For years, people were told vegetable oils were the healthy option. But many of these oils, soybean, corn, sunflower, are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. In small amounts, they're fine, but in excess, they drive inflammation. And inflammation is what stiffens your arteries. Now combine that with high heat cooking. These oils oxidize and create compounds that damage blood vessels even further. So here's the shift. 4. Extra virgin olive oil. Use it for low to medium heat cooking, for dressings, for finishing meals. It's rich in anti-inflammatory compounds and supports vascular health. And for higher heat, 5. Real butter. Not margarine, not processed spreads. Real butter, used in moderation, is more stable and less inflammatory than many refined oils. This one change alone can reduce the inflammatory load on your body over time. Now step back for a second. You've just heard 5 simple tools. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, but every single one of them targets the same root issue: inflammation and blood vessel function. Different methods, same destination. Before we go further, take a second. Which one of these feels easiest for you to start tonight? Just one. Drop it in the comments. Because the people who actually improve their health aren't the ones who try everything at once. They're the ones who start with one thing and stay consistent. Now let's go deeper, because there's another layer most people don't understand. Your blood vessels don't just respond to food, they respond to your entire environment. Your sleep, your stress, your hydration, even your breathing. If you're not sleeping well, your body stays in a stress state longer. Stress hormones remain elevated. Your heart rate stays higher, your vessels stay tighter, and your blood pressure follows. That's why improving sleep, even slightly, can create noticeable changes. Hydration works the same way. When you're dehydrated, Your body constricts blood vessels to maintain pressure. It's a survival mechanism, but over time, it adds strain. Even something as simple as drinking water consistently throughout the day can support better circulation. And then there's stress. Not occasional stress, chronic stress, the kind that never fully turns off, that keeps your body in a constant fight or flight mode. That alone can keep blood pressure elevated. And the solution isn't removing stress completely. It's creating moments where your body can shift out of it. Walking, breathing slowly, quiet time. These aren't just relaxing activities. They are physiological resets. They tell your body it's safe to relax. And when your body relaxes, your blood vessels do too. Now here's where everything connects. Vegetables first, apple cider vinegar, walnuts at night, hibiscus tea, better oils, sleep, hydration, stress management. They all point to one thing: creating the right internal environment. Because your body is not broken, it's responding. And if you change what it responds to, you change the outcome. Not instantly, but steadily, and often more powerfully than you expect. There was something the 67-year-old patient said after his recovery that stayed with me. After months of making these small changes, after seeing his numbers stabilize, after reducing his medication under medical supervision, he said, "I wish I had started sooner." That's the part that matters, because most people don't act when they first hear something helpful. They wait until something forces them to change. But you don't have to wait. You already have what you need to begin right now. So here's what I want you to do. Before you leave this video, choose one, just one, something you can do tonight. And start there, because change doesn't come from knowing, it comes from doing. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want more simple, science-based ways to take control of your health, make sure you subscribe. Your heart has been working for you every second of your life. Now it's your turn to support it. Start small, stay consistent, and let your body do what it was designed to do.